Hello again, and welcome to update 17 of this Let's Play of a Nuzlocke run of Pokémon Yellow. We left off in Fuchsia City. So this episode will pretty much focus on Safari Zone. Now, I've just noticed I've got a lot of items here and there, but I know I need to collect a number of them in the Safari Zone, so it would be in my best interests to deposit them now. Exciting stuff. Alrighty, so our target here is the Safari Zone. Now, even though Safari Zone is divided up into multiple different regions, obviously Safari Zone is just going to count as the one for the purposes of the Nuzlocke run. So let's spend our 500 Poké Dollars. Which everyone thought, oh, 500 is, everything's really expensive. Just, as a general sort of thing. Everyone thought, the numbers, the prices for things in Pokemon were really expensive. But, given it's based on yen, which is much sort of, quite often, small items of food are in the hundreds of yen kind of thing. I believe. I've never actually been to Japan, but I feel like the scale is slightly different there. Alright, and our first Pokemon for Safari Zone is a female Nidoran. Look, it might work to complement Genghis. Now what people don't tend to... Damn it, it ran. What people sometimes don't really know about Safari Zone is how it works, because it's not very well documented as to what the bait, the rock, ball, all that sort of stuff does. Now, essentially the idea is that bait makes a Pokemon less likely to run away, but also harder to catch, while the rock makes it easier to catch, but also more likely to run away. Now let's just check. Okay, 407 steps. We should be able to do it. But yeah, what people tend to not be aware of, is exactly how the bait and the rock actually applies. So doing a bait and then a rock actually completely negates any progress you've made towards altering the catch rate. In Generation 1 it's a bit tricky, because every time you throw bait, it adds a 1 to 5, a random number, as a modifier to a hidden stat, which basically explains, how likely it is to actually, run away. And it sort of affects it that way. I'm vaguely remembering where I'm supposed to go, and I'm pretty sketchy, actually. Yep, I took a wrong turn. We may not actually be able to get to... We may actually not be able to get to the Teeth and Surf, which is the whole reason why we're here. That's annoying. Nope, we can't do anything from there. I checked the maps beforehand, but there's still some areas I'm a little sketchy on, and this is obviously making for absolutely thrilling viewing. Yeah, but it's a very sort of complicated set of equations, because a lot of... Oh, that's convenient. I'll never forget the time I finally saw a Kangaskhan in Pokemon Red, back when that was the first time I ever saw a wild Kangaskhan. And, this is the wrong one, isn't it? Yep. First time I ever saw a wild Kangaskhan, and the battery was so low that I caught it, it said, do you want to give Kangaskhan a nickname? Nope. And then the battery died. Oh, now that's just torture. Speaking of torture, 134 steps. May not make it. See how we do. And the astute observers will note that the music for Safari Zone is actually... Now, it would have been nice to have an execute. Sure, it's got a, 4 times bug weakness. But, yeah, what was I saying? Yes, Yeah, the astute observers will note that this music is the evolution music. Request notice. Please find the Safari Warden's lost gold teeth. They're around here somewhere. How right you are. Yep. Now also, 43. It's going to be tight. We need to try and get the Surf HM as well. Ah! HM03. Right. We've done everything we can really do in Safari Zone feasibly. Maybe grab TM32 as well while we're here. No, we didn't, because we're not allowed to. Okay. Double team. Let's, leave that for now. But that pretty much covers Safari Zone. Just a nice little update, just for now, between bits and pieces. Next episode we'll probably head east on the overland coastal routes, just to, you know, try and catch the last few that we're still allowed to. And hopefully there's no point in healing. I'm just so used to healing at the end of every episode. Oh well. Hopefully we'll end up with a Charizard so we can actually fly places. Or we could just borrow Spearow and Fearow. But there we go. Tally ho.